Hey guys, so today is my theory on type null. Now, I've done a lot of thought on this. When I first saw it, immediately I thought of one thing, and that's a Hawaiian night marcher. And for those of you who don't know what a Hawaiian night marcher is, it's a spirit of warriors who have become evil in death. They become corrupted, and they go around the Hawaiian Islands, and there's certain places that you shouldn't go because this is where the night marchers supposedly are. And if you're caught by them, then you become corrupted like them. And in the legend of the Night Marchers, they're described, the biggest thing that describes them is the helmets. You can only see their eyes out of their helmets. They're these really scary mythological ghost creatures who a lot of Native Hawaiians say they've seen. And it's a scary experience. And the reason why I honestly do think type null is a representation of the Night Marcher is for its helmet, is its appearance, and the fact that it does kind of resemble what a Night Marcher's helmet does look like and what they can look like. I don't think it's a chimera in any way. No, I'm not throwing any doubt into Dobbs' theory on that. I fully agree with him that the starters are, but number one, chimeras are not a part of alchemy. The first time a chimera is linked to alchemy is in 2001's Full Metal Alchemist. How do I know this? Well, my minor is in anthropology. I took several classes on anthropology of culture and mythology, and one of the classes I took was on mythology of Europe. And we did talk about alchemy, and when the conversation came to chimeras being a part of alchemy, our professor told us point blank, no, that's a false myth. The only time you ever see a chimera in mythology is during Greeks and Roman mythology, where it's the child of the mother of all monsters, and I think her name is Ursimus. But chimeras are only related to that, so I have no validity in the fact that all of a sudden Game Freak decided to throw in a Greek reference when they're in Hawaii. So I don't think it's a chimera. And yes, a chimera means anything that's a mix-up of a bunch of different animals, but in the typical sense people have been arguing, it's a part of the alchemy chimera, like what you see in Full Metal Alchemist, but no, it's totally different. So, going back to a Night Marcher. What is a Night Marcher? One, it's a Hawaiian spirit. Two, it's a spirit of a warrior. And three, it's supposedly nothing as well. A Night Marcher is a corrupted Hawaiian warrior who, in their afterlife, are being punished for something, and they must march around the world of the living for all eternity to make up for what they did. And a lot of these Night Marchers are supposedly like mindless creatures that will go after humans, but there's also stories where they target people. And there's certain places in Hawaii they say not to go. There's a road, Road to Hana. You're not supposed to bring food on at night because that's how the Night Marchers find people, and they start attacking people's cars. And I had a friend who's from Hawaii. I still talk to him a lot. And he's from the island of Kauai. And he said he lived in a little village. I'd actually call it a town. And when I showed him type null, he goes, oh, hey. He actually had an experience with the Night Marchers, and it took me a while to get him to tell me the full story, but this is what it was. His grandmother and his aunt had told him, don't go down to this beach that right by their town because this is an evil place. Don't go down there at night. It's fine during the day, just don't go down there at night. And him and his cousins all thought they were like just messing with him, and his mother really wasn't into the Hawaiian spiritualists, so she just kind of wrote it off. But his grandmother and his aunt had actually supposedly seen the Night Marchers at that beach, and since the Night Marchers can take either human form or animalistic forms, it really frightened them. So one night, it was a full moon, him and his cousins decide, hey, we're going to go down to that beach, and they sneak out. He said it was around 1 a.m., and they all had flashlights, and they walk down to the beach. They're goofing around. They have flashlights, they're in the moon, and they're saying, oh, Night Marchers, come get us, blah, blah, blah. And he said it probably was like 30 to 45 minutes later, an hour later, he said, they start to hear something coming out of the ocean. And there's like this little cove that they actually can't see, so they had to sneak around these dunes or whatever, and they see something coming out of the water. And the moon like hit it, and it like scared him. He said it was the most terrifying thing he's ever seen, because it was like this man with this ancient Polynesian like helmet, and the helmet is big, all you could see is the eyes, and he said it was carved, like they had weird carvings on it, like different types of Hawaiian symbols, and it wasn't just one or two of them coming out. He said it was dozens, and some of them were humanoid, and others were on all four legs, and that they looked animalistic, and some of them, like, it described one of them looking like almost a fish creature thing that was on all four legs, like a dog met a fish, and it was kind of like that, and he was terrified. He said it was the most frightening experience he ever saw, and he remembers the most was the eyes, because that's all you could see, and he said their eyes either glowed green or gray, and it scared him. And one of the creatures noticed them and screamed, and him and his cousins went running, and they refused to ever go down to that beach again. So when I showed him the picture of type Null, he's like, that's a NightMarcher. That right there is a NightMarcher. And I actually did share this theory last night on Mystic Umbreon's stream with Pokemon Insider, and I sent him all the information. We were kind of talking back and forth when he had the chance, and he said that's a distinct possibility. And I honestly believe it is a NightMarcher. It's going to be our NightMarcher Pokemon, and it's really unique in that way because that's a really cool nook in Hawaiian culture that a lot of people don't know about, and I love the NightMarcher mythology. If you guys want me to, maybe I'll make a video on it if you want to learn more about the NightMarcher. Also, if you guys want a cool YouTube channel that does theories and a lot of fun things, go to Pokemon Insider. I'll have his channel link in the description below, along with Mystic Umbreon if you're not already subscribed to him. Both of them are really great guys. I also want to give some love to my friend Amber, who's Joyful Pains. I'll also have her channel linked in the description below. Well, bye guys. Oh, and by the way, this Saturday, even though I have 2 videos scheduled to go up, I'm not going to be in town. I'm going to be at the FSU game, so I won't be able to respond to you guys. So sorry about that, but I'm going to have a lot of fun at the game. Well, this is really signing off. Bye.